Hey everyone, Scooter Boo here. Another thing I wanted to touch on is, after you've had these scooters for a while, you'll notice something, especially when you buy it brand new. So this is more to all the people out there who just got one. You're going to have shrinkage. What do I mean by shrinkage? I mean, it's going to shrink. Not the scooter. This floor mat here. Here's a nice little modification. Basically, they call these fender washers. I don't know where they call it, wherever you're at is. I try to use something that's along the lines where you can use a slotted screwdriver and or a box end wrench and or, the socket set, which you should probably have in your scooter anyway as part of your toolkit, to put these in. And basically you can see how I've got these arranged right here. I checked first. These screws are only about this long, not very long at all, and they're sheet metal screws. That's basically what they're called. I guess you could use wood screws, but these are basically sheet metal screws. And when you put these in, I suggest you use like a socket first, and you kind of press down a little bit, not real hard, but hard enough to where it starts to grab into the plastic, and just keep pushing in. If you just lightly sit there and try to push it in, all you're going to do is just drill a hole through there. You need to push it down, force it down a little bit for it to go through this plastic mat and through the plastic on the floorboard. Now, as you can see, some of the, I don't know what you would call them, the nubs that basically go into the holes right here and over here. Can't see my hand. There it is. It's a little hard to look at the camera image in this too. And there's like several other ones too. Once it got to a certain point, it basically, this whole mat started shrinking up on me, as you can see, so you can get a good look at it again. There's the location. I checked to make sure there was no wiring underneath there or any major reinforcements, part of the frame substructure in there, before I did it. I mean, I didn't just willy-nilly put them in there. I looked, double checked it. You don't want to run one of those screws into your electrical system, because trust me, I've stripped this scooter from top to bottom, and one of the hardest things that I did not like putting back in it again was the electrical system. So I'm not a rookie at putting stuff like this together exactly, but I'm not a pro either. But either way, I am skilled to some degree, and it was a pain. Okay, let's just put it that way. So if you're not mechanically inclined, that might be a seriously frustrating experience. So there you go. That'll be one of the things. So, but don't get bent out of shape just because it's shrinking. I mean, if you really want to keep buying new mats one after another, go right ahead. But we're talking 1 month, maybe 2 tops, and it's going to be right back in the same boat. So basically, what I did was, I guess I'll go the other way actually. It's going to turn, but once it hits that certain point, I just went ahead and just shaved off the rest of the teats. I don't know what you call them, nubs, that fit inside the plastic part of the frame, and just went ahead and screwed it down. And I've never had a problem since. And keep in mind the location of the where I showed you, and you should have no problem. Even if you do have more shrinkage, I mean, it's not a big deal to redo it again. And that way you'll have better access to your stuff too. Alright, well, I guess that about wraps it up. That's one of the things I always like doing about this is, figure out ways to help save money, and, if I don't unnecessarily need to change a part, just to not change the part and just make the one I got work. So there you go. Alright, kiddies. Y'all have fun.